It's right up there on the homepage right now. A celestial spectacle tonight, and if you're lucky, you might be able to actually see the northern lights here in the Bay Area. One of the strongest solar storms in decades is behind this light show. It's already dazzling people all over the world. ABC 7 News reporter Lauren Martinez went to the Chabot Space and Science Center tonight, where people are hoping just to get a glimpse of it.
Look up the sky and just think like, wow, what is out there?
Families from all over the Bay Area drove to Chabot Observatory for a special night.
We just wanted to see the northern lights and see some planets.
A strong solar storm could make the northern lights visible in parts of California.
It's a lot of hype. We're so excited. I always wanted to take the kids to see it, and we have an opportunity like close to our backyard, so then why not?
Every Friday and Saturday, Chabot astronomers provide free telescope viewing. Chabot has 3 massive and historic telescopes where people can peek into the wonder of the universe. Santa Clara University Associate Professor of Physics Philip Creston said you won't need a telescope to see these rare lights.
For the eclipse, you had to have certain special things available to you. For the northern lights, if they're in the sky, you can see them from anywhere.
Creston said the northern lights, which are officially called the Aurora Borealis, are spectacular when you can see them, and the reason this event is so exciting is because it doesn't happen very often.
There are a lot of things that happen in your life where you miss it, you go, oh, I'll see it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. This is not one of those things.
San Francisco resident Alyssa first saw the shimmering display on a trip to Abisko, Sweden, when it was negative 20 degrees outside.
It was totally worth it, and I almost cried. And they look like green snakes in the sky.
This photo was sent to one of the Chabot astronomers from her sister, who lives in Lexington, Massachusetts. She took this photo around 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Some suggest if you're looking up and you're not seeing anything, take your phone out or a camera and take a picture.
Because cell phone cameras are more sensitive to the light that will be in the northern lights than our eyeballs.
At Chabot Space and Science Center, Lauren Martinez, ABC 7 News.
This geomagnetic storm might be really cool to look at, but there are potentially some less cool effects. It could disrupt some communications and technology like GPS or appliances.
I would say there's a good possibility, at least in some areas, that there may be some interruptions of cell phone service, TV transmission, power outages, things like that.
Now, if you're worried about a possible power surge or something that could damage your devices, one suggestion is turn off the breaker rather than going around the house and unplugging each and every device. All right, let's bring in ABC 7 News meteorologist Sandy Patel now for more on the northern lights and the first peek at your 24-hour AccuWeather forecast. Sandy?
Yeah, Larry, it will be so cool if you can see the northern lights. I want to show you a live picture, though, from our Emeryville camera. And this is a place you don't want to be looking from, which is San Francisco, the coastline, because the fog is in. Here's a view from Santa Cruz, where it has been foggy off and on. So here's a look at what you can expect. The northern lights. Best visibility up to the north of us, Northern California. Now, it is going to possibly extend as far south as Southern California in terms of visibility. You might be able to see it down far south. 1 to 4 a.m. tomorrow morning, move away from the bright lights, away from the coast where there's fog, and if you are using your camera, use long exposure. Look towards the north, the northern horizon, you'll see a warm green glow. Now, in the morning, there will be some fog, 50s, 60s, temperatures rise at noontime, most noticeable inland, where it's going to be another hot one by 4 p.m. in the 90s, 60s coast side, and then breezy along the coastline later on in the evening. Larry, I'm going to be back to tell